Okay. Hi, friends. Doc South here. If it's a little dark out on this video, it is getting kind of close to evening time, and also there's an awful lot of clouds around. I'm hoping we don't get a storm. Well, we could use the rain, actually, so I'm just hoping we don't get a storm while we're doing this. And I don't know. I don't know why I have absolutely no reason to do this particular video. It just somehow it came to mind, and I thought before I go and forget it, I ought to get it, get it out into the web. This concerns back when. Well, this is all about back when Sandy and I had a very big secondhand store down in Long Valley, and we'd get all sorts of people in there. We'd be buying and selling this and that, and I don't know quite how I did it, but one day I think it was in some guy's basement. He didn't want it anymore. He said it worked. It weighed a ton. It was an absolute death march trying to get it out of the basement and into our truck. But after all that was said and done, we were the proud owners for a couple $100 of a very nice old jukebox. Yeah, that played the 45 RPM records and all that. And darned if that thing didn't work. As long as you had a quarter, it was ready to play. In fact, I think it took nickels. Yeah, it was pretty old, and it was nice. And the guy knew we could probably make. He said you can make a killing on it, but he said, "Gee, after what you went through, getting it up out of the basement and everything, please," he says, "I'm just happy to see someone. You're going to see to it someone gets it, who could really use it." And then of course, Sandy's. On the way home, I think Sandy and I were both talking about how nice it would look in our house, but then cooler, more thrifty minds prevailed, and we had decided to bring it into the store, clean it up, let's sell it, let's turn a profit. And people had come in, and I had records in it, and it would play, some doo-wop and all that, little country and western, whatever, it played 45s. And it was nice. It was nice. Well, one day a guy comes in, he looks at it, he just about dies. And he says, "Oh, I want this. You guys, you got, what you got? $400 on it?" We said, "Yeah." I said, "You should have seen what we went through getting this out of some guy's basement." He says, "Yeah, I know, these things are heavy." "Well, do you deliver?" We said, "Yeah." He says, "Okay, would you take, I don't know. I mean, this is a second-hand store. I gotta bargain with you a little." I said, "Yeah, within reason." He says, "Okay. How about 375? And I'll show. Are you going to deliver it?" I said, "Yeah, I guess I am." Sandy, I don't know if she. No, she didn't. She had something else she was going to do, and so I wound up delivering the thing. And that's where Sandy missed out, because you should have seen this guy's place. Okay. Well, we get the jukebox into the back of the van, secure it so it's not. The last thing you want is a jukebox to fall over on its back, because man, I don't know if you'll ever get it put back together without the help of God Almighty. I don't think. I just don't think you will. All these different parts are held on by gravity, and at least in the older ones. And boy, oh boy, do you got a pickle. Well, anyway, I get it to the guy's house. He lives somewhere northeast of Boonton, New Jersey. And it was, I think it was a Saturday, late Saturday afternoon, or a weekday in the afternoon. I knock on his door. I could hear a guy coming down the steps, and I'm thinking, oh my God, oh no, I look, and the building's a store. Some kind of store. I forget, grocery store, whatever. So he lives on the second floor, and I'm thinking, oh my God, the two of us, we're going to have to yank this thing all the way up the steps. Oh my God. And indeed, that was the case. That was the case. We got it up into the house, and he says, and I'm looking when we finally put the darn thing down, and he says, "Don't worry, I'll shove it into position." And all of a sudden, I'm entranced. I'm looking. Wow. Wow. Oh, look at all. Wow. He says, yeah, pretty cool, huh? I said, oh my gosh. He says, would you like a Coke? I said, well, I, oh my God. I'll tell you what he had, friends. Every inch of every possible surface, every possible piece of wall, every section of wall where there wouldn't be a piece of furniture, there was shelving or closet, china closets. His house was filled from stem to stern, from bottom to top, with Coca Cola memorabilia. Yes, yes. You know, the things go better with Coke. And I don't mean cocaine, I mean Coca Cola. He had some of the very first Coca Cola bottles, where there were, I guess, are worth a fortune. Coca Cola cases, Coca Cola toy trucks, Coca Cola, oh gosh, Coca Cola vending machines, all the various advertising, all framed. It Coca Cola napkin dispensers, Coca Cola restroom signs. I mean, everywhere you looked, it was Coca Cola. I said, my God, I will have a Coca Cola, thank you. He said, you don't want a Pepsi? I said, no, no, Coca Cola. I mean, I'd feel funny drinking anything else. You just couldn't believe it, friends. All the salt and pepper shakers, did I say that? Game cards, again, booklets, invoices, bottling, thermoses, bottling machines. Oh my God, it was everywhere, everywhere. I think Coca-Cola quilts. I don't know how he got that, and it was absolutely gut wrenching, amazing. And I said, oh my God, sir, this is fantastic. I said, what do you? He says, every time I see, he said, I just got started one day. I bought some salt and pepper shakers. I kind of liked them. I bought some more salt and pepper shakers. He had a room full of salt and pepper shakers. Okay, that's what I'm saying. It was uh, programs from baseball games but with Coca-Cola advertising on it. It, just unreal. Big fat bottle caps that used to stand, outside this like a malt shop. It just unbelievable. And and a very nice guy. Long story short, I must have been in there at least an hour and a half, going from curio cabinet to curio cabinet. Coca-Cola thimbles? Yes, yes. it was. I'm not so sure there wasn't even Coca-Cola toilet paper. I mean, it was just you just couldn't imagine. Neat guy, and I, I had wished Sandy had been there. That was one moment where, boy, I know she'd have just gone out of her little gourd. It would have, because you think Sandy's quite the collector, but this guy had Sandy beat about tenfold at least. I said, have you ever added all this up? He says, no. He says, I know it's a lot. This would be a lot of money. I said, God, what are you going to, I mean, one day we all go to the great beyond. He says, I guess the kids will get it. And I said, boy, it's going to be some auction. He says, boy, I hope they don't sell it all. After all I went through, maybe make a museum or something. And I said, well, maybe, mister, I don't know. But man, that's something else. Well, we shook hands, and I headed home. I still had some of the Coca-Cola in the bottle. Just a plain old non-deposit bottle to take home. But yeah, did you know, for instance, Coca-Cola back in the day used to, on the bottom of the bottle, on the bottom. Now this is not the throwaway bottles; these are the deposits. You would have the name of a town where there was a Coca-Cola distributorship or bottler, like Rocky Mount, North Carolina, or let's say Newark, New Jersey. And people actually collected the different locations. And I guess there was a way to maybe arrange them on a map or something. Yeah, it's true. Or when you were drinking, we used to do this down south, when you were drinking a Coca-Cola or taking a break, a lot of times down south you have a Coca Cola instead of coffee. And what you did was uh, you'd all take a Coca Cola without looking, without looking, no fair looking. In fact, you can shuffle things up a little in the cooler, and you reach in or the fridge, and you reach in and you grab a Coca Cola, and who's ever bought, you'd look on the bottom, and you'd name your town. And we actually, in our break room where I worked down south, we had like a map, and you could, whoever's Coca Cola was the furthest away, had to buy everyone's Coke. Yeah, yeah, it was like that. Oh, it was absolutely amazing. Quite the guy, quite the guy. Anyway, I'll see you later, friends. Thank you, and well, God bless. I remember things do go better with Coca Cola. I'll see you later. We'll see you. Bye now.